Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, one of the most anticipated titles in the action stealth genre and the iconic Metal Gear franchise, is on the verge of release. This game is not merely a re-release, but a complete remake of the classic and beloved 2004 title Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This project marks Konami's first major foray into console Metal Gear games in a decade, following the release of Metal Gear Survive in 2018. The excitement surrounding its launch is immense, as it promises to reintroduce a foundational story to a new generation of players, while offering a visually stunning return for series veterans. The original Metal Gear Solid 3 played a pivotal role in the franchise's history. Chronologically, it is the starting point of the entire Metal Gear saga, exploring the origins of key characters, particularly Naked Snake, who later becomes the legendary Big Boss. The return of this title in a modern format is crucial for understanding the complex narrative backdrop of the series that unfolds in subsequent games. This remake offers a unique opportunity to experience the beginning of everything, leveraging new technologies. The word Delta in the game's title is a highly symbolic and intelligent choice by Konami. This word explicitly means change or difference, but with an emphasis on not altering the core structure. This approach reveals the game's development philosophy, a modern presentation built on an untouched and faithful foundation. The name signifies an evolution in appearance and accessibility, not a fundamental rewrite of the beloved narrative or gameplay mechanics. Konami's return to the AAA gaming space, especially with a recognized and acclaimed IP, signifies a strategic and cautious re-entry. The company, after a period of shifting its focus away from AAA console titles, is now returning with a high-profile console project. The choice of Metal Gear Solid 3 for a remake, rather than a new title or a more radical reimagining, is highly notable.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay, all green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Producer Noriaki Okamura explains that Snake Eater was chosen due to its origin story nature and the goal of drawing in new fans and revitalizing the series. Despite some initial community debate regarding its classification, official statements and technical details definitively confirm that Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a full remake, not merely a remaster. This distinction is crucial. It means the game has been rebuilt from the ground up, leveraging advanced modern technologies like Unreal Engine 5. This comprehensive approach allows for an unprecedented level of visual and technical fidelity that simply touching up PS2 models could not achieve, ensuring a current-generation gaming experience. The cornerstone of the Delta philosophy is an unwavering commitment to faithfulness to the original Metal Gear Solid 3. The story remains completely unchanged, meticulously following the intricate narrative of Metal Gear Solid 3 and preserving all its twists and turns. Crucially for longtime fans, the original voice acting has been left entirely intact, ensuring that iconic performances are preserved and seamlessly integrated with the updated character models. Producer Noriaki Okamura has explicitly stated that the overall goal is to create that experience as faithfully as possible, as close to the original, deliberately refraining from adding new story elements or significant content. This commitment to faithfulness extends to the game's environmental design. The development team has meticulously recreated every area from the original, ensuring a meticulous recreation of its appearance in the original release, right down to the location of hidden gear pickups and collectibles. Even cutscenes, despite having overhauled animations to match the new visual fidelity, are designed to play out just as players remember. The level design itself was constructed using data from the original game. Okamura, the game's producer, acknowledges that simply changing the graphics was not enough, as character motion and the movements and the facial expressions didn't quite match up with the new visuals, necessitating changes to animations to blend out well. Community discussions surrounding the remake of Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes, which was controversial for its changes to art style and animations, illustrate how even well-intentioned alterations can be polarizing if they change the feel or stylization of the original. Konami, in this remake, believes that the sheer visual upgrade and preservation of the core narrative will overcome any potential artistic dissonance. At its core, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater adheres to the original's primary emphasis on stealth and infiltration within a hostile, enemy-filled environment. The unique 1960s Soviet jungle setting, a stark contrast to the urban environments of previous Metal Gear Solid titles, forced players to adapt to wilderness survival, making the environment itself a key gameplay element. Key mechanics introduced in the original, expected to be faithfully carried over, include the innovative camouflage system, where players must change outfits and face paints to blend with the environment. With effectiveness measured by a camouflage index, the powerful close quarters combat (CQC) system for versatile close-range engagements, the stamina gauge requiring players to eat native flora and fauna to avoid detrimental penalties, and a detailed injury and treatment system that adds a layer of survival realism. The advanced radar from previous games was notably removed, replaced by a simpler motion detection and sonar system more suited to the dense jungle setting. While the core essence of the game is preserved, Metal Gear Solid Delta introduces a revised control scheme designed for modern gaming sensibilities, aiming for greater fluidity and intuitiveness. This includes the highly anticipated ability for the protagonist Snake to enter a prone position with a rapid dodge roll, which felt immediately intuitive and delightfully smooth in early previews. Community discussions also highlight the welcome addition of crouch walking and over-the-shoulder aiming, features that bring the game's movement and combat up to contemporary standards. To address one of the common points of friction in the original, Metal Gear Solid Delta will implement shortcuts for changing camouflage. This is a significant quality of life improvement, as frequent pauses in the original to navigate menus and adjust camo were often cited as a disruption to player immersion. Furthermore, the removal of limitations in level design, potentially allowing for one big area compared to the original that had many small areas that needed to load every time we enter it, also points to modern quality of life improvements, creating a more seamless exploration experience. Crucially for veteran players and purists who prefer the classic experience, the final release of the game will also offer the option to enable the original control scheme. This ensures that players who prefer the classic, more deliberate feel of the original Metal Gear Solid 3 controls can still experience it authentically, providing a valuable choice that respects the game's legacy. Konami's approach to gameplay changes demonstrates a nuanced definition of faithfulness. It does not mean replicating every single original design choice, especially those that might be considered cumbersome or outdated by modern gaming standards, such as constant menuing for camouflage or numerous small loading areas. Instead, it aims to preserve the spirit, challenge, and core mechanics of the original stealth and survival gameplay, while removing unnecessary friction to make the experience more enjoyable for contemporary audiences. The inclusion of both modern and classic control options is a clever way to cater to diverse player expectations, acknowledging that what was once part of the experience might now be perceived as a hindrance to enjoyment for many. This indicates a careful balancing act between historical preservation and modern playability, seeking a best of both worlds scenario. Set in 1964, at the tumultuous height of the Cold War, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater places players in the role of Naked Snake, a Fox operative on his inaugural mission. His initial objective, known as the Virtuous Mission, involves deep infiltration into the Soviet jungle to rescue a prominent rocket scientist, Sokolov, and sabotage the development of a terrifying Soviet nuclear superweapon, the Shagohod. The overarching geopolitical goal is to clear the United States of Soviet suspicion amidst escalating Cold War tensions and prevent a global catastrophe. The narrative quickly deepens and becomes intensely personal, with a shocking defection of Snake's mentor and maternal figure, the boss, to the Soviet side. This forces Snake into a mission of immense personal sacrifice and geopolitical consequence, as he must confront and ultimately eliminate his former mentor. This storyline is renowned for its complex themes of loyalty, betrayal, patriotism, the nature of heroism, and the blurred moral lines in a world on the brink of nuclear war. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater holds a unique and vital position within the broader Metal Gear universe, serving as a prequel to the entire series and chronologically preceding all other titles. It meticulously explores the origins of several key events, organizations, and characters, most notably detailing how Naked Snake transforms into the legendary figure known as Big Boss, the father of Solid Snake, and a central, often ambiguous, antagonist or protagonist throughout the franchise. This makes Metal Gear Solid Delta an absolutely essential title for anyone wishing to understand the foundational lore, complex character motivations, and thematic underpinnings of the entire Metal Gear universe. The wait for fans worldwide is almost over. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is officially slated for release on August 28, 2025. The game will be available on all major current generation platforms, including PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, ensuring broad accessibility. This simultaneous multi-platform launch demonstrates Konami's commitment to reaching a wide audience from day one. Digital pre-orders are currently available across all announced platforms, allowing eager players to secure their copy. For collectors, physical collector's editions have been confirmed for the Americas, including a Day 1 tactical edition with various bonus items. In a nostalgic move, a fan-favorite special minigame, Snake vs. Monkey, will return for the PlayStation and Steam versions, a playful nod to the original's cross-promotional content. A different special game is planned for the Xbox version, promising unique bonus content for each platform. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater represents a cautious yet significant step for the Metal Gear franchise under Konami's stewardship. By meticulously recreating a beloved classic with stunning modern visuals, enhanced audio, and intelligent quality of life improvements, it aims to deliver a definitive version of Naked Snake's origin story. Its success could herald a new era for the series, proving that its unique blend of stealth, narrative depth, and quirky charm can still resonate with contemporary audiences. The game is strategically positioned to appeal to two distinct audiences. New players will find a visually stunning and more accessible entry point into Metal Gear's intricate lore, allowing them to experience the saga's genesis without the barriers of outdated technology. Meanwhile, veteran fans can re-experience a cherished masterpiece with enhanced visual fidelity and nostalgic familiarity, seeing beloved characters and environments brought to life like never before. The careful balance between unwavering faithfulness and cautious modernization is its hallmark, aiming to satisfy both groups. While perhaps not as ambitious as some other contemporary remakes that fundamentally alter or expand upon their source material, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater's unwavering commitment to preserving the original's integrity while bringing it to a new generation sets it apart. Its success will likely dictate the future trajectory of the Metal Gear series, potentially paving the way for more faithful remakes of other iconic titles or even new adventures within this legendary universe. The stage is set for Snake's return, and the gaming world is watching.